So my name is Alayna, and what do I do in the world? I mean, I'm a student at Ohio State right now, and I do a lot of photography and like videography stuff, but I also really love sports. I've been wanting to be a filmmaker since I was 12, and when I found out that I had RP, I kind of gave up on it. I don't know if you're familiar with the 30 for 30 documentaries on ESPN, but that was like the dream. Like all through high school, I was like, that's what I want to do. Like I want to make a crazy, cool sports documentary. Because there's this one about like the 80s Pistons, and that's like in like my top 5 favorite movies of all time. It was rough. It was really hard to have to make that decision. And at the same time, like there was so much other stuff going on, and it wasn't just, you know, film that I was giving up. I had also been playing rugby. Like it was in the middle of rugby season when I got like a second opinion on it, and it was like, okay, this is real. And so I was like, oh, I can't play this or do this anymore. And it was almost like this feeling of like I had to throw away my whole life, and like I had to throw away who I was, because again, this incorrect perception of what a blind person was and what they should act like. For about a year, I spent that time, one, trying to numb it out, but two, trying to put myself into this box of what I thought I should be. So I felt stuck. And I was like stuck on this roller coaster of different emotions throughout that year, and of just like, you know, trying to block it out. And then I thought I had a grip on it. I was like, oh, I'm blind. And then I had to acknowledge that. And then I realized, okay, I got the cane, and I was still me. No matter how hard I tried to stuff myself into this box, like I'm still Alayna, I still love basketball, I still love taking photos and making videos and all that kind of thing. Like I'm still interested in helping others, like having the same core values, you know? So knowing that now, it's like I'm me, not having to chase new opportunities, but having the privilege of having this whole new world open up to me with these opportunities. I work for Ohio State Athletics, and I do live event production for every sport except football. And so basically what I do is I help set up and run the cameras that do 2 things. One, it's to put stuff up on the Jumbotron, so you know, you see fan shots or coverage during the game, graphics, whatever. I'm probably somewhere in the mix helping with that. But also I help run cameras for Big Ten Plus to put the live streams, you know, for people to watch them, to watch the games and everything. And so the video control room is right where the tunnel is, where all the players come through. And so I remember like, it was the first time I had brought my cane to a shift. And you know, I was really nervous about that, but I remember I came out, and it was such a small thing, but I was walking my cane, and one of the players came running in. He's like, "Ayo, Ayo, to your left." And I was like, this is great. Like he was, you know, like being aware and like thinking about me, because, you know, people don't do that. Now, like even making the film that I made for the film fest, like most of that was me focusing on trying to make it more of an audio experience with a cool visual to go with it. That way, you know, everyone in the audience can enjoy it. You know, that something's like mixed really well. So even if you can't see it, or if you're just not looking at it for whatever reason, like you hear that and you can still feel the story, you know what I mean? So, I mean, yeah, I've also definitely gained more of an appreciation for how things like literally feel, especially since I got the cane. I have so much fun with it. I love going over all the different textures and the domes when you cross the street, okay? Because some of them are so good. Like if you go over it, that too, back to music, like some of them sound like music, and it is like the coolest thing ever. No, seriously, and that's the way I think about it now. Every time I go over something, you know, like I hear it and I can start hearing a rhythm to it. And like, that's something else I discovered too, is that I'm trying to get used to tapping more than swiping. So I'm like, I realized I could tap to like songs I was listening to as well, because I do keep my earbuds in with my cane, even though I probably shouldn't. But I'll be going along tapping. Like Another One Bites the Dust came on. When I tell you I got into it, like it was awesome. For someone realizing their diagnosis, I think The first thing I would say is, hey, it's okay, like, you know, fill it out. This is a huge thing in your life, and do what you gotta do to, you know, cope and deal with it, lean on your people, but just know no matter where you go, no matter how far, like, that person that you are and always have been is still gonna be there. And you're gonna be all right, and it's just a new part of your identity that you're gonna realize is super cool that you can carry with you. I mean, you are blind, like, you know, like I say I am blind like my hair is brown, you know, like it's just a part of me that I really appreciate, and I think, you know, everybody, they'll get there too with time.